Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is me, Talonda, and welcome to Talk Time with Talonda. Today I'm going to be doing a review for my wedding planner that I've been using so far in my wedding planning process, and I love it so much. That's why I wanted to do a review, because I saw that not too many brides have done a lot of reviews on this organizer, and I think it's just essential for wedding planning. So I'm gonna get started here. It's definitely been a journey with planning, and I think with this organizer it's helped me a lot. This is not endorsed, this is just my personal opinion, and you will see that I haven't actually written in it because I wanted to do a review before I transferred everything over. So first things first, I really like, as soon as you open it, it has this pocket right here for you to put anything in it, such as magazine clippings, swatches, or whatever else that you need to use during your wedding planning process. And another thing that I like is that it has these dividers. As soon as you open it, they're going to help with organizing your thoughts and your ideas as pertaining to each section. So the first one is called your wedding vision. And this is just where you put your ideas from like Pinterest, swatches again, bridal magazine cutouts, and it just gives you a section for you to write down your ideas that you and your partner have for your day. And it just gives you space to write or to clip in your vision for your gown, for the accessories, the reception, the bridal party, cake, etc., etc. So each section has its own vision board space for you. And then the next section is called Fundamentals and Timeline. And this section is your main wedding section. So it says to first choose your bridal party and set your budget and track all of your key dates and milestones with the countdown calendar. So it gives you an area for you to write down your maid of honor, your bridesmaids, best man, ushers, ring bearer, and flower girl. And it also talks about budget planning, which is so essential. And it also gives you a little breakdown of traditionally who pays for what. And me personally, my fiance and I, we've decided that we're going to do what works for us, what we have agreed upon, and not necessarily what tradition says that you have to pay for. So just, keep that tip in mind whenever you're doing your wedding planning. And just don't feel pressured to do something based on tradition or because someone is telling you to do it. Do it because that's something that you and your fiance have agreed to. Okay, and then this section is the budget planner itself. So it's really comprehensive. As you can see, these are all the categories. Oh, and then this is the other section for different things such as your engagement party invitations, stationery, transport, rings, etc., etc. And it gives you areas for you to write down the budget, how much actually is spent, and notes for each section. And this is the part where it gives you the wedding countdown from 12 months, 12 plus months actually, all the way to the day before your wedding. So it's pretty cool. And this is the dateless, countless calendar, and it gives you multiple pages for you to write down the dates leading up to your special day. Oh, and there's something else I forgot to mention on the back. It gives you a nice little note. It says, congratulations on getting engaged. You're getting ready to plan for the most exciting day of your life. And this planner is packed full of handy tips, hints, and planning checklists, which is very essential to stay organized leading up to your wedding day. And something that I also really liked about this planner is that it comes with free online templates to accompany this organizer. So it's very comprehensive. Okay, so now something else that I wanted to mention. At the end of each section, it gives you an area to write notes. So I thought that was very nice that they have that, just in case there's something that you wanted to jot down and they don't have a section listed. And they also have an email address. I forgot to mention this earlier. They have an email address that you can suggest changes for upcoming planner revisions. And it just seems like they really care about the brides and any additions that they want to make to this planner. And they also come in different designs. I just really like this one because it has the gold binding, and I just love polka dots. So you can go to their website and look at the different organizers they have. And I will leave that in the link underneath this video for you to check out if you're interested. All right, so here's another important section. It's guest planning. So everyone is telling me that you really need to sit down and think about your guests, and that they should be people that have been there for you throughout your whole life, who matter the most to you, who you know is truly helpful, and just a good family member, good friend, just a good person that you can rely on. So I think it's very important to choose people that are truly happy for you, and not just to say, oh, I want to invite this person just because we went to elementary school together or we went to daycare together. Make sure you actually have lasting relationships with these people. So it's really cool because this also has wedding guest list etiquette and just advice on inviting even co-workers, childhood friends, and how to save money throughout your wedding planning. So it's very helpful. Then it gives you an area for writing your guests. And what I really like is that you can see the check boxes, whether you're inviting a day guest, evening guest, if the save the date was sent, if the invite was sent, and if they're actually attending. It also gives you a little space to write their gift that they gave you, so you can send a thank you card. Personalized thank you card, I think, goes a long way, and it's just really nice that they have this. But for me personally, I feel like the people that are coming to my ceremony, I want those same people to come to my evening ceremony festivities. So that's just me. I don't want to leave anyone out and just have people come to my ceremony and just say, oh, nope, you're not invited to the reception. So maybe that's just me, but yeah. And in this section, it also has that website for you to go to get the free templates to accommodate you. And the website is called yourperfectday.com, just for your reference. Okay, this section also has seating plans for you, and it has the traditional seating plan, popular alternative plan, and it even has this nice little organized map for you to put table numbers and names, etc. Then it also has a grid for you to write out the tables and how you want them positioned. It's just very comprehensive, and I love it. Oh, in this section, it says your gift list. Putting together your gift list is one of the best parts of planning your wedding. You have spent months deciding on how to treat your guests. Now it's time for your guests to treat you. You should discuss this with your partner and talk about what both of your wishes are. And it also says we've included an online gift list template that you can download to help you further. And this is just, like I said, for you to write down gifts, where they were purchased from, the quantity, and the total price. Very nice. And here's some more sections for you to write notes. Okay, now we have 2 more dividers left. This one is the vendors and the venues. And I just like that it gives you a lot of tips to save money too, because, you know, everyone wants to have a lavish wedding, but I'm big on having a marriage that lasts instead of an elaborate wedding day, but the marriage is lacking, if that makes sense. I feel like the most beautiful part of your marriage should be the journey, and it should not just stop at your wedding day. So that's just me. So this section says venue shortlist, and it's cool because it has areas for you to write the venue name, the capacity, whether it's the day or the evening vendor, restrictions, whether kids are allowed. It's really nice. And it says midweek weddings are a great way to save money, with prices up to half of what you would normally pay during peak season. So that's important when you're choosing your wedding day, to think about the day of the week, the season, because, you know, each is going to come with its own pros and cons. And it also says ask your venue about any other offers and promotions. That's definitely going to help you in the long term as well. Oh, this section also has guest accommodations. It says if you are getting married at a hotel or a venue with guest accommodation, you can miss the section. You can miss this section. So depending on where you're getting married, you may want to arrange accommodations for your guests. So this is another area that helps you to organize that if that's something that you're interested in. I am in the beginning phases of my wedding planning. Still haven't decided on a vendor for sure. I know a potential one. It is a highly recommended facility. So I will keep you guys posted once I finalize my venue. Okay, so this is also helpful. It gives you advice for choosing your vendors, your photographer, your videographer, and questions to ask when you're getting price quotes. And it's just definitely important to make sure you're choosing these vendors with caution, because you want someone that's definitely going to deliver the quality that you are looking for, because you want to look back on these pictures and the video and say, hey, we really made a good decision with going with this particular vendor over so and so, for example. So moving on, it has information on wedding dress shopping. So I can't wait to try on dresses. You know, it's kind of been a process with COVID going on right now as far as choosing which dress shops I want to go to, because they do have stricter protocols. But I'm definitely excited for that. And it also has information for choosing bridesmaids, dresses, and has a section for you to write the dress name, the color, the price, any other notes, the groom's outfit, the groomsman outfits. This section has information for your caterers and questions to ask before you book your caterer, which is very important, to say the least, because you want people to remember, you know, a lot of details about your day, but you also want them to be satisfied with the food. You don't want them to say, hey, her wedding was nice, but that food was so nasty. So, you know, choose your caterer wisely. And it also has section to choose your florist and your floral designer. Questions to ask them before your booking, such as, do we need flowers for the aisles? Have you worked at this venue before? Can I see photos of your previous work? Which is important. I think before you book any one vendor, you should look at their website. You should go to their Instagram, Facebook, whatever their social media accounts are. And then also look at pictures that have been posted and taken by wedding guests at the weddings that they've, you know, done photography for or set up floral design. I am almost done with my review. There are some things that I did want to point out in the wedding cake section. It talks about the cake baker having a license. Do they offer cake stands? What are the rental fees associated with that? Do they use buttercream or fondue? Fresh flowers? What's the setup or breakdown charge? These are definitely questions that you can miss. And I like that this planner makes it a point to give you an extensive list to make sure you ask when you're booking your cake baker. It also discusses talking with your caterer, because sometimes they can do a custom wedding cake for you as part of a package. And here is the section for wedding care, wedding makeup. You definitely want to talk with your makeup artist about doing a consultation before your day to make sure that the look that you want is definitely achievable, and you want to see their work. And it also talks about, do they charge hourly or fixed rate or per person? You just don't want to be surprised at the end of your wedding day with anything. And I like that this planner just covers all of the bases, things that you don't even think about. And I like this section. It says beauty treatments. You definitely want to go out of your way to schedule your massage, schedule a waxing session, your mani and pedi with your bridesmaids, and just to keep track of the costs associated with those. And even questions to ask your officiant, to ask the wedding transport if you have someone that comes to your wedding venue to pick you up in a getaway car. And it also even includes entertainment section. It is very nice because it just helps you to list the requirements for each vendor that's within your entertainment, such as a DJ, a live band, your live performer. It's just everything about this planner. I love it. It's very organized. This section also talks about favors, popular ideas to use, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to say thank you to your guests. You just want to do something that I believe is from the heart and that's genuine, and your guests are going to receive that in whatever capacity. And it gives you a section to write down your ideas for your wedding band with your groom. I like this because it just brings up things that you may not think about, such as with your job or your career, do you have to do a lot with your fingers, with your hands? You want to get a specific type of metal that's going to be durable, and just different things with sizing. Do you want to have a bigger ring to get it adjusted later after pregnancy? You know, just good ideas like that. Okay, this section is for stationery. It gives you all of the items that you're going to be using, your bridal shower invites, the bachelor and bachelorette invitations, ceremony programs, if you do have them, the table number cards, anything that you can think of that's stationary, it's listed here. And it gives you a section to list the information, the quantity, the cost, and the arrival date. Okay, one more thing, they have your wedding website. So you definitely want to include your RSVP, your wedding party, your links to the guest accommodation. It's just good information. I really love this planner. So I hope that you decide to go with this one. And it even gives additional vendor sections at the end here for you to write down any contacts. And more notes. And it also has a section for you to research your honeymoon. And it gives you best times to go to certain parts of the world. And it's just amazing. I really like this planner. Everything that you possibly need to plan your wedding is in this one. It has more notes at the end. And our final section, our wedding day. It says, this section includes all of the useful information for your wedding day. Keep track of your readings, music choices, itinerary, and more. So the readings, I really like about this part It gives you biblical readings and it also gives you non-biblical readings. So you can choose based on what your religion is or just your personal preference. I like that. It gives you ideas for your photographer, different things that you want for your music choices, your entrance song, the end of the night, last song. I love it. It gives you a sample itinerary. And then the actual itinerary that you and your spouse to be decide upon. And at the end, it gives you a wedding day survival kit, which is going to be helpful when you're scurrying around, trying to make sure you have everything in place. Okay, honeymoon packing list. It's very nice that they have this here because you're just going to be running around your whole wedding day and you don't want to forget something for your honeymoon just because you've just been, talking to so many people and taking a lot of pictures. You definitely want to make sure you get everything that you need to enjoy your honeymoon. And this is the last page, writing your vows. It gives you things to consider when you're writing your vows, and I like that. And it gives you a space to write your vows, and even for your husband-to-be to write his vows. Last minute to-dos. And then the final page is this one, top tips to remember on your wedding day. And then there's another pocket for you to put things that you need during your wedding planning process. And that is this organizer. I hope that you brides do decide to go with this one as opposed to the other ones they have on the market. And that's it. I will definitely put that link down below and make sure you hit that subscribe button to be notified when I post another video. Thank you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.